Welcome back to 843 TV. We are now joined by Larry Tavino, John Hopman, and Dan Sheehan. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for being here.
All right, so Larry, let's start with you. You're a math teacher here, is that right?
That's correct.
And you were previously a teacher here and took some time off and came back, is that right?
Right.
What brought you back?
Well, I had a good experience here for first 8 years in my teaching profession, and then just wanted to try some other things in life and different careers. And did some other teaching, other education things, but when it came time to, okay, where do I really want to be to teach, it was back here at Prep. And when I interviewed with administration and got a feel for where the school was going and the mission of the school, I was just so impressed with the direction it was going. I said, this is a perfect fit for my educational philosophy, the philosophy here.
Absolutely. And you're teaching middle school
Teaching
math?
all middle school math,
Okay.
from pre-algebra to algebra 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And John, let's talk a little bit more about the middle school here at Hilton Head Prep.
Sure.
What are some of your proudest moments of your middle school students?
Well, you know, we're reminded every day about the excitement that our middle school students have when they come to school, and they bring a whole new life to our campus. That's for sure. You know, just recently we had a basketball tournament here, and it was a very exciting tournament. But the best part about it was that, you know, as we're standing there watching, you know, our kids on the court, you know, we got to look up in the stands, and the rest of our middle school students were just cheering and chanting and supporting one another, and just having a great time, you know, being a part of the school and a class. And that's just an example of what our kids do day in and day out, is that they're really supportive of one another. And that's what really makes me proud about our school and the kids that we have.
Absolutely. And just for our viewers, you know, when we say middle school, we're talking 6th, 7th, 8th grade, is that right?
Correct.
And that ranges from how old are the students, you think?
6th grade is probably as young as, 11 would be, and 8th grade up to probably 14.
Right. So some really formative years for these kids, right?
Yeah,
really
13,
important
14.
years. And Dan, you're a teacher here at the middle school, and you also coach the girls' JV basketball team and boys' baseball team, is that right? Some new courses were added to the middle school, including a law class that you taught. Can you give us some details about the law school?
Sure. Our head of the middle school, Ms. DeVernia, and I talked about what we could offer this year, and the law elective was a great idea. We introduced about 20 or so students to the foundations of the American legal system, talked about civil and criminal trials, convinced them to do a mock trial in class where they got to pick their role, whether they're going to be plaintiff attorney, defense attorney, witness. Had a great time doing that. Then we went on a field trip to Beaufort County Courthouse and got to see an actual criminal trial and a civil trial, and fantastic experience for the kids to really develop some skills that are great life skills, in addition to learning some basic legal principles. So it was a lot of fun, great hands-on experience for our kids.
Absolutely. Kind of exposing them to a real-life career early on, right?
Making some connections
Absolutely.
right away. It was a great experience.
So from, you know, the legal experience, you know, Larry, math and science is a point of emphasis, you know, across the country and the globe. As a math teacher, what would you say are some of the strengths of the Hilton Head Prep students in the middle school level?
Sure. Well, to start with, it's the attitude. It's the energy that they bring to the class, the enthusiasm. There really is a desire to learn here and to, in my case, solve these problems. They enjoy a challenge and they welcome them. So that's a big plus. I think another thing, and it refers to kind of what Mr. Sheehan's doing, is these students are really well-rounded. So they're getting that kind of experience in the science, like you mentioned. So cross-curricular, we can do a lot of things. I'll bring up something and they're doing that in science, and we can make those connections that we're not all these separate entities, but really we're one whole piece of the education puzzle here.
Right, everything's connected.
Exactly, yeah.
And John, so the middle school continues to grow here at Hilton Head Prep, and growth is good.
Yes, growth is very good.
But how do you plan to manage the growth, not just at the middle school level, but, you know, throughout Hilton Head Prep?
Well, I think you know, we've been very fortunate in the middle school that in the past year or two the growth has been exceptional. Our job, I think we have to just simply look at our fundamental goal here. We are a college prep school, and so our job is from from really the lower school level all the way through high school, is to remember that we're preparing our kids for their futures. And so we have to give them a strong foundation. We have to give them experiences and opportunities outside of the classroom to pursue other passion. And we have to give them a good moral foundation. So, you know, if we can continue to do that, then the growth in our school, I believe wholeheartedly, is going to continue to grow. We have exceptional faculty, exceptional administrators, true passion for kids. And so, you know, we just want people to see what a great place this is, what great students we have, and, you know, the growth that will come from that will then lend itself to continuing to develop new programs. You know, we want to be able to offer anything that a student walks through our doors and says, "Hey, I'm interested in this."
Right.
You know, I would love to say, "All right, we've got that. We're gonna put that together for you." We're a small school. We're flexible enough to do that.
Very
cool. So it's an exciting time for us.
That is exciting. And Dan, real quickly, you know, let's talk a little bit about pursuing those passions outside of the classroom. I know that you're involved in the athletic program here pretty extensively. You know, what are some of your you know, proudest experiences as a coach here at Hilton Head Prep?
I love being part of a team. I've always loved sports and being part of a team. And for our students to work hard in the classroom all day, then they get with their classmates after school and work towards a goal, the journey of a season, whether it's basketball or baseball, and start at the beginning and learn about each other and work together, be good teammates, develop some character and chemistry, and be physically fit, and have a great experience in addition to a great academic challenge. To be part of a team at Prep is a lot of fun.
No, absolutely. I don't think that can be discounted at all. The ability to work as a team member, whether it be on the athletic field or in the academic classroom, or, you know, in a work environment, really helps prepare the whole child. Well, guys, we're out of time. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, and stick around for one more segment of 843 TV.